Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how you can play PUBG Mobile with any controller. The controller that I'll be using is the Amkette Evo Gamepad Pro 3. I've already done its review, so if you want to see that, just check out the link in the description. The mobile in which I'll be showing the gameplay is Xiaomi Poco F1. It's the 8GB RAM and 256 storage variant. So moving on. PUBG Mobile by default does not support any controller, so we'll be using a third-party app called Octopus. It's a free app, you can download it from the Play Store, but it does have many ads, so if you want to remove those ads, you have to buy the premium version. Bear in mind that some users have been banned for using the Octopus app, so I would advise you to play with your secondary account or just play as a guest until Octopus fix this issue. So let's download the Octopus app from Play Store. So I'll be opening Play Store and searching for Octopus now. So as you can see, I've already downloaded and installed it. So I just tap on open to open it. As you can see, PUBG is already showing here, but in case PUBG does not show here, just tap on add games and manually add PUBG to it. Octopus supports a lot of Android games, so if you want to pair your controller with any of the Android games that does not have controller support, you can try this app. So the thing is, you have to launch PUBG from the Octopus app to make sure that the third-party controller works with it. I'm going to open it now. As you can see, an ad has popped up. This is the thing that I was talking about earlier. You have to see this ad if you're using the free version of Octopus. So now that the game has started, this is the default preset for PUBG by Octopus. As you can see, there are a lot of virtual keys spread around. We can assign our controller keys to these virtual keys, and the thing that we need to ensure is that these virtual keys are aligned with the PUBG touch controls. So all we have to do is just place these virtual keys within the area of the touch controls. I'll show you this later. The thing is that this layout of virtual keys by Octopus will not be perfectly aligned for different mobiles. For example, when I played this game on Redmi Note 4 with Octopus app, almost all of the keys were aligned except for 2 or 3 maybe, but in case of Poco phone, as you can see, Y and B are almost at the edge of the screen and they won't be perfectly aligned with the touch keys that will be present here. So I'll be launching the gameplay now to show you how many of these virtual keys will be working by default and how many of them will not be working due to not being properly aligned with the touch controls. So I'll just start by tapping on guest. So guys, now that the game has started, I'll show you how many of these controls are already working. As you can see, I can easily move and rotate the camera, so these controls are working perfectly. But I'll try punching and see if it works. As you can see, RT has been assigned to it, and by RT is a right trigger, and as you can see, when I press RT, nothing works. As you can see, RT is not perfectly aligned with the touch key. I'm just going to lower the volume as someone is shooting around. So all we have to do is just drag RT within this touch key area, and I'll be also trying prone, jump and crouch. As I told you earlier, when I tried playing this game in Redmi Note 4, these keys were perfectly aligned. Y was aligned with jump, B was aligned with prone, and A was aligned with crouching. But as you can see in Poco phone, these are not aligned. In this default preset, they have also used 2 keys to assign one function. For example, as you can see, they have used LB plus all 4 directional buttons and also LB plus X, Y, B and A to assign to some touch keys. The thing is, PUBG has a lot of touch key inputs and not all of them can be assigned to a controller, but they have definitely given a nice layout that we can use to play the game. So I'll just show you how you can pick weapons. As you can see, there is no key assigned for the third weapon to be picked up. I can pick the first weapon by pressing X, that is MP49. Yeah, it has picked it up. The second weapon by pressing start, it's DBZ. Yes, it has picked it up. But there is no virtual key assigned for the third touch key. So I'll be assigning one key there. Now I'll be trying to sprint. And as you can see, this LS virtual key is not perfectly aligned with the sprint touch key. This LS virtual key is actually the L3 key, that is when you press the left stick, and as you can see our character does not sprint. So I'll be aligning that as well. Even our reload virtual key is not perfectly aligned with the up D-pad button, so I have to align all these keys down here and the sprint key as well. I am also going to show you the drive controls. Now as you can see, to drive I have to press X, and to get in I have to press start. So drive by pressing start. So when I press start, nothing happens, and when I press X, yeah, the character gets into the car. So that key is working nicely. And as you can see here, there are no keys assigned to brake and speed boost. So the virtual keys to move the car are already perfectly aligned with the touch keys of PUBG. This is for left direction, this is for right direction, and these are for up and down direction. They have used LB plus the D-pad buttons for the movement of car. These are the D-pad button: D-pad up, D-pad left, D-pad down, D-pad right. LB is this button, the left bumper or L1. So just press and hold this, and now you can press the forward D-pad button to move your car. And you can see our car is moving, and to go back, yeah, you have to press LB plus down. Keep holding that LB button. To go right, we have to press the right D-pad button, and to go in the left direction, we have to press the left direction button. Bear in mind that I am still holding LB button because they have assigned two keys for one touch function. So this is how we move a car. Now the thing is that even the horn touch key is not aligned with Y virtual key of Octopus. So when I press the Y button on our controller, it does not work. And also when I press this LB plus B to exit the car, it does not work because as you can see, the LB plus B virtual key is not perfectly aligned with the touch key of exit. So now that I have seen all the touch keys, I'll be aligning the ones that are not aligned and assigning a couple of more keys. So now I'm going to show you how you can do that. Tap on this octopus character here. So I'll be tapping on that. Now as you can see, this is the layout. These are all keys. You can assign any controller button to it by just tapping on the circle and then pressing the controller key. So now I'll be aligning the position of the virtual keys to the touch keys. Now to move any of the virtual keys, all you have to do is just press on it and hold it and drag it to the position where you want to move it. So I'll be moving this B virtual key to this prone position. So I'll be just pressing and holding it. Now dragging and dropping it on the prone touch key, and I'll be placing this A virtual key to the crouch position and the up directional button virtual key to the reload touch key. So just drop them inside the area of the touch key, and even this RT virtual key with the shoot touch key, and just placing this Y virtual key to the jump touch key. And as you can see also here, I missed this touch key. This is the aim touch key, and as you can see, there is a virtual key just inside this edge of this screen. So I'll be placing it on it as well. And this is the RB button, the right bumper or R1 or RB button. And this is the LS virtual key, and I'll be placing it on the sprint touch key. So I'm also slightly moving the start virtual key from here as it was not working with the drive controls, and I'll be assigning a third key down here for picking up our third weapon. So now that I have placed all these keys, I'll be placing 2 more keys here and 1 key down here. Now these are the 2 sticks which you can use to assign for the movement purpose and one for the camera purpose. So you can easily remove, change the size if you want. All you have to do is press and hold this area here, and now just drag it to whatever size you want. So by default it's alright, so I won't be changing it. In case you want to close any of these keys, you just have to press this X area around them. It will delete them. So I'll be showing you by deleting one of these keys. I'll be deleting this, say, left stick. So I'll be just tapping on this X virtual key here. Now as you can see, it has been removed. And so to add any of the left sticks or virtual keys, you just have to tap this plus symbol here. If you want to add any key, you press on this key. If you want to add any D-pad button, you press on this, and if you want to add any of the analog sticks, you press this. Since I deleted the left analog, I'll be adding left analog. So just tap on it. Now you can see left analog has popped up. So I'll be pressing and holding it and dragging it to position where I want. I want to place it here, so I'll be placing it here. Now it has been placed. Similarly, I'll be adding 3 more keys. So I'll be doing the same procedure. Tap on the plus button. Now tap on the key. Now for the break function, I'll be assigning it to LB plus RB, and when I'll be pressing these 2 keys on my controller, they should show here, and as you can see, they have shown here. And I'll be assigning another virtual key for the speed boost function. I'll be using LT plus LB for it. So I'll be pressing these 2 keys and they should be assigned to it. So as you can see, they have been assigned, and I'll be also adding another key. I'll be assigning select to it, so I'll be pressing select. Yeah, as you can see, it has been assigned to it. So I'll be moving this select key to down here for our third weapon, and I'll be also showing you the drive controls since I have to place those 2 keys to it. So I'll be trying our virtual keys that we have aligned and see if they are working. So to crouch, I have to press A. As you can see, our character is now crouched. So, and to prone, we have to press B. As you can see, it's also working. And to jump, we have to press Y. It's also working. To aim, we have to press RB, and I press that. Yep, the aim is also working now. To shoot, we have to press RT, that is the right trigger. This one. So now I'm pressing it. Yep, it's also working. Now I'm going to try sprinting by pressing the LS, that is the LC key. And as you can see, sprinting is also working now. So almost all of the keys are working now. So I'll be just picking up some weapons. So as you can see, I use this select key here. Now we can pick any of the 3 weapons. So by pressing X, I should pick MK14. By pressing start, I should pick M24, and by pressing select, I should pick MK14. Yeah. And now I'm going to show you by shooting. Yes, by pressing up directional button, the reloading is also working. Now I'm going to show you the drive controls. I have to align these 2 keys here to the drive function. So yeah, now as you can see, to get in, I can press select, and as you can see, it's working very nicely. To exit, I can press LB plus B, that is also working very nicely. And to drive, I have to press X, so I'll be driving. And now, yeah, when I use Y, on is also working now. As you can see, I have to assign these 2 keys to these 2 touch keys. I'll be using LB plus RB for the speed boost function, and I'm using LT plus LB for the brake function. So by pressing LB plus RB, yeah, the boost is working now, and by pressing LT plus LB, the brake is also working. So almost all of the keys have been aligned and assigned, but the thing is PUBG has a lot more controls and not all of them can be assigned, but a lot of them has been assigned. So it's up to you, and there's no hard and fast rule that you have to use these presets. You can change or delete any of these keys, you can add your own, and you can also assign to them any of the controller buttons you wish. But this is a very nice preset already given by Octopus. It reduces the time you take in individually creating and assigning and then aligning the keys by yourself. So now I'm going to show you some gameplay with it and see how our keys work. One thing I would also like to mention is that you can also hide these virtual keys if you don't want to see them on the screen and you already remember all of them. So to do that, just tap on this settings here, and this is the button opacity reduces to the extreme left to remove all these keys. So now as you can see, all of them have been removed from the screen, but I don't remember all of them, so I'll be using them on the screen to serve me as a guide.
So guys, these are my Octopus controls for my character on foot. You can use this as a reference for setting up your own controls. So just pause the video to have a look. And these are my controls for driving a vehicle in PUBG, so do have a look as well.
So to release the parachute, I have to press the LB plus right key. Yeah, as you can see, I have released the parachute. So yeah, the controls are looking very nicely, and I have to say that playing with the controller gives you a certain immersion that by playing with touchscreen is not possible. So it's a good thing about this controller, it works with PUBG very nicely, just as they advertise. So yeah, the thing about Octopus is it is very easy to use when the touch controls are quite less, but when the touch controls gets more, then it gets difficult for you to pair these touch controls with the virtual keys of the Octopus, and it can get a bit confusing and daunting at first, but when you have assigned and align all of them, it becomes very easy, to play with the controller. And that is the thing about PUBG is that it has a lot of touch inputs and not all of them can be assigned. For example, when you jump into the river, some of the keys come up here, and I think not all of them will be assigned. So I've just aligned and assigned the important ones, and somebody is shooting me and I'm going to kill them, and I've seen them over there. So as you can see how easy it was for me to shoot and aim. Yeah, as you can see how easily I killed that guy who was shooting me. Now I'm going to loot this box. I have to press LD plus B so I can check out the map by pressing the left D-pad button. Yeah, as you can see, so almost all of the important keys are working very nicely, and I'm playing the game very easily with this controller, no problem at all, no problems. So yeah guys, that was it. That was a guide to show you how you can use any controller to play with PUBG using the Octopus app. As you have already seen, you can pair any of the virtual keys to the touch keys so that you can use a controller to it. So to summarize all this up, I'll be showing you this procedure on a third-party game called Granny. It does not have any controller support, so I'll be using the Octopus app to bind a controller to it. So I'll be just tapping on this add game here, and we'll be adding, just tap on the local game here and we'll be adding the game from here. As you can see, it's down here, so I'm just tapping on add. As you can see, it's now here. Now I'll be just opening it. So this game has very few touch inputs, so I'll be using the Octopus app to pair all the touch inputs with the virtual keys. So as you can see, our controller is not working with it, so I have to use the touch controls for it. As you can see, I can move using this, and look around using this screen area, and the controls for interacting are by tapping this one, and by tapping on this one. So now I'll be adding the Octopus keys to these touch inputs. So all you have to do is just tap on this one, as you already know by now, then tap on the plus key here. Now I have to add, first I'll be adding the left stick and right stick. So I'll be tapping on left analog. As you can see, our key is here, so I'll be dragging and dropping it here, and then for the right stick I'll be tapping on right analog. As you can see, it's here, so I'll be dragging and dropping it here, and for these two keys I'll be assigning two keys. So I'll be tapping on key here, and I'll be assigning LB to it. So I'll be dragging and dropping it here, and for the other key I'll be assigning it LT, that is the left trigger. So I'll be dragging and dropping it there. So now as you can see that I have done it, I'll be just closing it by tapping here and using the control. As you can see, it has started working. So by pressing LB, I can crouch. By pressing LT, I can access the options. So as you can see, it was this simple to assign all the keys, and this is how Octopus works. Now that you know, so you can do it by yourself, and you can assign any of your controller keys to it. So if you want to add D-pad to it, you can also add D-pad keys to it, but I have used the left stick to it, so it depends on your choice. So guys, that was it. I hope by now you know how you can use any controller to play PUBG and bind any of your controller keys to any game that does not support controller by default. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you did not like it, you can hit the dislike button. Do let me know your views about it. Have a good day. Goodbye.